What's up, my gnomies? Episode 39 of Dour Gnome Adventures is on the way with Matt.
That was incredibly spontaneous.
Mark.
Shopping episode.
Dimitri.
Patching up my wounds.
Brian.
Hola, mi gentes.
And I am your GM, Ryan.
Boo.
Yeah,
are we still doing booze? I thought we were still doing booze.
I don't think boos are quite strong enough right now.
I was saying boo earns.
Yeah, he earns those boos.
Yeah, it's true. Richly.
I try. I really try. So
yes, you do. We noticed.
I think it comes effortlessly to you, dude.
Probably. I got to get my aggressions out from, the daily grind.
So you grind us into dust.
Trial by combat.
Nice of you.
You guys survived. Nobody even went down. Nobody's wounded.
Anymore.
Is it? It's a hero point episode, right?
I already reset you guys, so somebody can get a second hero point with a recap.
Does anybody but me remember what actually happened?
I mean, it was a pretty simple episode.
I remember voting for Bob to recap.
All right, let's no. Let's see. I think we have a volunteer. Matt, would you like to regale us with the tale of this simple episode?
There was combat. We finally beat the Leshy, and then turned our attentions to the plain Darrow, as opposed to the Darrow with rainbow sprinkles in his eyes. Rainbow Sprinkles ran away down that southern corridor because he is not as mighty as we are. And the boys rolled for about 20 minutes to try to remove the persistent mental damage, which I'm assuming is the equivalent of a very, very long-term ice cream headache.
Yes. I
don't know. All the vomiting made me think about a night out on town with Kate and Kalian.
Dimitri, you don't drink. You don't get to imagine what it's like to be drunk out on the town.
But it's called role-playing, Matt. It's called role-playing.
When we last left off, Borm had stepped up to the cage to the east side of this room, and where there's a body, and it looks like his sword that was previously dropped a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Behind this seemingly locked cage.
Do the bars of the cage reach the ceiling?
They do.
What are the bars of the cage made of?
They are made out of iron.
Somebody has a key, I'm assuming.
Wait, hold on. Is this cage made to hold medium-sized creatures or small ones?
Any size creature, considering it's about 20 feet long by 10, 15, almost 15 feet deep.
Yeah, but the width of the bars, if you don't expect a human to squeeze through them, you'll put them a little bit wider apart.
No, these are
no.
Yeah, these are tiny, small creatures as well. So
no acrobatics to sneak in.
No.
Boo.
You search the bodies. You search the bodies around looking for keys. You do not find any keys.
Well, not exclusively for keys.
We can also search their... there's some bedding in this chamber over here.
Yeah.
So the...
Chamber pot. Clearly, that's where they would store their keys.
Paizo has made a habit of hiding keys under beds, guys. Let's not forget about that.
So the Strangler has the Atlas, the hand crossbow, rope, which you would assume is a poison, and some bolts.
I mean, we can assume it's a poison, but I think it's an unidentified liquid.
It is an unidentified liquid. And the Darrow Stalker has an Atlas, hand crossbow, bolts, and an unusual liquid.
I do like me some on
the Leshy has nothing. He exploded into little bits of spore pod.
Does he look like he was tasty?
Can I harvest any of the Leshy bits to use in medicine or something like that.
Sure.
Or like a stew.
So
It's a
you
mushroom.
go ahead and scoop up some leshy bits and hopes to make something helpful. Maybe season your breakfast.
This will totally not lead to a plague of leshy out on the surface.
Was somebody wanting to go through the bedroom area here? In the
I cast detect magic.
Yeah, there's the one where the glowy boy came out of.
Okay.
Well, are we doing perception then?
Yeah, just 1 second. One room. So the bottom room. You guys don't have to roll perception. What you do see is just those mushrooms. There is nothing else really in this room. You think that you could pick those and maybe sell them for.
Do they look useful, fun, delicious? What?
They're bright. They're shiny mushrooms. They're iridescent.
Are these the same mushrooms that the loggers had upstairs?
Yeah, these are bioluminescent mushrooms.
Yeah, I already have some. I got them from the frog boys.
Okay.
You can have some more if you would like.
I did come from this level.
And then up the northwestern corridor.
Yeah, I was going to tell you guys that this actually continues.
Yeah, I see that.
So you see that his bed is about halfway up, and then it continues north. I assume it looks like Bob is going to keep going north.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Cinderspark is checking the bed. I assume you flip it and look under every nook and cranny of it. You find nothing except for his dirty sheets.
Gross.
Yeah. There's some sticky stains there.
Yeah, it just opens up to the chasm.
And yes, Bob, you found out that it goes further north to the chasm.
If there's a secret passage, I'm not looking for it.
And so you guys spend some time looking around. The fire, there's the shelf and whatnot. There's some soft seating.
So is there actually, like in the illustration, a corpse on a spit over the fire?
Yes, there is. And I think I gave that to you last one. There is a small humanoid-looking body, charred and motionless.
I would be more upset if it was still moving.
Same.
Does it smell good?
Do we want to focus?
The body in the east is gray-skinned, about the size of a gnome.
Okay.
Does it look like the Darrow or something else?
It looks like... It does not look like the Darrow.
Okay.
Like society.
You would probably have to get a little bit closer to it.
Pick the lock.
All right. Go ahead and give me perception on that lock.
Perception on the lock?
Yeah. So you can identify its strength. Quality, yes.
It's 22.
Yeah, you think this is a poor lock.
I thought the lock was stealthing.
Mechanically, the reason I'm doing this is, going back early episodes, is if it's 4 successes at a DC 25, that's going to be, maybe not worth your time. But this is a DC, much lower DC with only 2 successes.
Okay.
So I'll just tell you that the DC is 15.
I'm going to attempt to assist you.
So Vercog gets in there and holds the picks for you as you're trying to.
Yeah, I hold a great, and there's a 15.
All right. Vercog aids.
Excellent.
I'm holding the lantern for you. Oh, well, yeah.
25.
You pop the lock on your first try with a critical success.
Yeah, fuck that
lock. You
get
2 successes.
It's open. Well, it's unlocked. It's not open.
And I unlock the gate for you. I assume I'll let you guys open it if you want.
Sounds good.
I don't trust that corpse, though.
Okay. And you open the door to the cage. Anybody step in?
Yes.
All right. Vercog, you step in and you take a look at our friend. Let's see here. Does Borm step in to get his weapon while he's doing that?
That's a yes.
Okay. Cindy's also going to be in.
Bob is staying out because he's concerned that somebody might come up and, while we're busy, ambush us. So Bob is on the other side of the fire from you guys, outside the cage.
Bob's going to plan to lock us in. I watch.
All right, go ahead and Precog, you wanted to roll on the body. You can roll society if you would like. Nature would be applicable.
Okay. I am better at society.
Dead people have no society. Actually,
I am very worried that it's a vampire, and I stab it through the heart repeatedly
With a wooden stake?
with a wooden stake.
Or silver?
Or silver.
And you're looking at it. You roll the body over, and it looks disfigured. It's been well beaten. It's kind of hard for you to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else taking a look at this body?
Yeah, can I try before it gets brutalized even further?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, say 14.
Does Bob need to go in there and roll society?
We do live in a society, but let's not all go in the cage.
So, Bob or Cinder Spark, you know this. You don't know what it is, but you've heard of maybe an ancestry of gnomes or goblins or something that with gray skin that live underground.
Matt knows what this is.
Well, Bob is trained in society, so Bob is going to roll society. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, because Bob only gets a little bit higher. How's a 16?
16 is enough to identify it as a Wehrbhatzhwerfneblein.
Deep gnome, dude. It's a lot easier to say.
Yeah.
So is this the Dour Gnome?
It is now.
I don't know that he can be dour.
I
feel like that's a hero point worthy.
I don't think it gets much more dour than dead.
But I assume Borm picks up his sword, so I drag that back to his character sheet.
Thank you.
It might be over encumbered now. I don't know.
And
the body has nothing on it. Looks like it was a prisoner.
Vercog, did anything detect as magic anywhere here?
Well, I'm very concerned that this is actually a vampire and it's going to get up at any particular moment and try to bite us.
It's okay.
So
We'll lock the cage after we're done.
We can just throw it on the fire.
Makes me feel better.
Bob, you do notice something unusual about it.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to that a little bit.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Maybe it is a vampire. Let me take a closer look.
It looks to have maybe some extra hair, thick hair growing that had grown out on its face, like little, just a few that seemed out of place. And it does have like fangs.
So it is a vampire.
Come on!
Do I need to roll nature for this or something?
It's a were.
I will allow you to roll Arcana if you would like.
Really? I am trained in neither. However, I do have untrained improvisation.
I have Arcana.
So I'll roll my Arcana, get a 16. Does that tell me anything?
16 Arcana. Yes, you are able to. You're looking at it, and you see that it like had. It looks like wings kind of grew out of it and like go back in.
The hell?
And like it can change. Like maybe it's a shape changer of some sort.
Okay, so then I'll turn to Vercog and I will relay this, and I'll go. Hold on. Do vampires change shape?
Yes.
Roll Arcana.
You don't believe me?
Well, yes, but like there's you identified it as just a vampire, and I said it's like one of those deep dour gnomes. So maybe now you check it for Arcana and you tell me something I don't know.
Well, I'm going to tell you it is a Wehrbhatzhwerfneblein.
That just sounds like a German word for a feeling you can't really describe. Wehrbhatzhwerfneblein.
Wehrbhatzhwerfneblein.
Thank you.
Dimitri, I think we have a title for this episode.
Yes.
It's all one word, and it is as poorly spelled as you possibly can.
Yeah. That's because we don't write it down to upset Cinder Spark.
Well, I write it down.
Well,
All right.
Private.
So you guys have from this.
But is it actually dead?
It is dead.
Okay. All right.
So in this room, you have searched around looking for keys. You didn't find any keys. You're looking to see what was lootable. There were the bodies. I gave you the list of things. I assume you probably only want the unusual liquids because you're not going to be able to identify those in here.
Or any
I'm
of
going to
their
assume
weapons.
Cinderspark wants them because
Why?
just assuming that they're probably the poisons that they were shooting at you.
I don't know that.
Okay. Well, I dropped them on you.
I mean, I will tell you that they are.
Yeah,
But you didn't find...
We figured
didn't
out
really
it
find-
takes too long to apply those poisons for the player.
Yeah. You didn't find really anything else in these rooms. The Darrow ran to the south and looked like to go deeper into the Darklands. You checked the room to the west. You just checked the cage to the east. You followed the path to the northwest that went back up to the chasm where
Basically, what you're saying is, if we had just gone a different direction, we could have avoided the entirety of the last, 5 episodes and not had any of the trouble we had.
Probably.
I mean, there's definitely some other stuff going on up here.
Yeah, Bob, when you went to that went north along that corridor and went to the chasm, you could see across, there was that remote ledge that was nicely visible to you, and you could see that skeletal body.
We saw that skeleton when we first arrived, and we completely ignored it in favor of chasing Darrow.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
So
we kind of got interrupted while we were looking across the chasm.
I am absolutely not optimistic that anybody will pay attention to that skeleton ever again. Sorry, your plot is null and void.
Oh, I don't care about it.
Okay, but about this corpse over the fire, does it smell good? I'm very curious.
It smells like cooking meat. Yeah, you think it looks edible.
All right, I'm just gonna slice a little bit and try it.
Not.
You slice a little bit off with the dog slicer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did that make the corpse a dog?
Well, only a little bit.
All right, you slice a little bit off, and it's hot, real hot in your fingers.
Okay, well, I mean, it'll cool. I mean, okay, so you poke the meat onto the knife, right? So you just just blowing on it and just cooling it off. So I got to take a little nibble. Got to find out if it tastes good.
All right, yeah, you take a bite, and it tastes like cooked Zwerfneblein.
Nice. Anybody else want some? It's actually pretty good.
Are you gonna season it with the Lefty?
I mean, I think the Leshy seasoned it anyway because there's spores all over the place.
Oh, that's
what were you saying, Matt?
I would like to go north.
So Vercog starts making his way to the north. Are you going to the back the way you originally came in towards the shaft?
Spores cooked into the corpse.
Yeah,
this is a completely. Yeah, it's a new recipe now.
You going northeast back towards the to the shaft?
I want to go north to see what's going on up there. I did not explore that way.
Oh, okay. The northwest
cavern. We are still trying to figure out where this ritual is going on, so we could stop it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Well, I will remind you that before we got into the fight, 5 or however many sessions ago, Cinderspark and Bob were at the chasm edge, looking at the broken bridge, and Bob actually saw, with the corner of his eye, another intact bridge further east.
I am going north to go by the chasm. I don't know any of this. That is where I am going.
Okay.
Are we going that way, or do we have other ideas?
Was there nothing magical in here?
No, there was nothing.
Okay. Then
yes,
I guess
because I said I detected magic about 20 minutes ago, D.
The Cytelish mushrooms were the only thing down there, really.
And the deep gnome jerky, because this is really good.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is tossing the axes and the crossbows into the fire pit so that they're not usable if these dudes come back.
All right, Bob tosses the axes and the crossbows into the fire.
I'm not going to carry them all the way to the chasm, though.
All right.
Fire's right here. Crossbow's right here.
All right, what's real quick before you keep walking off, Cinderspark?
Mm-hmm. Eating my deep gnome.
Yeah, I have notes on my map, so
okay.
I have to be able to read things. What's Borm doing?
Borm will scoop up the weapons if we're in fact actually throwing them into the fire. But more specifically, he's going to follow Vercog to go take a look up north because he did not see it either.
Bob, you're going that way too?
Yes, I'm bringing up the rear and looking behind us because I'm still worried about somebody coming back.
All right. I moved you guys up to that chasm edge. Cinderspark turned the corner and started to head towards the other caves that go south and east. First, I'm going to take care of the...
I have one question. Did we ever check out that room?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. All right.
Vercog and Borm, you guys had... Right? Borm, you hadn't looked across here, right?
No.
So, yeah, you guys look across this chasm. You're looking across the broken bridge. This chasm drops... with your dark vision, you can see about 200 feet down.
So I can see what's going on here.
Yeah, that is an area where ledges beckon from both sides of this deep rift. What appears to be a skeleton clad in chainmail and clutching a rapier lies slumped on a remote ledge to the northwest, while directly to the north, a worked stone tunnel ends at a massive rusting door. To the east, hints of a smaller, still intact bridge made of strange gray wood crosses the rift, but the one that once crossed the span here is now only a crumbling ruin. So over here in the west, you see the skeleton clutching a rapier and chain. You have directly north of you a small chasm or a small alcove with a door. And then to the east, the chasm narrows and there's a narrow bridge going across. You also see what looks like some kind of alcove between the busted bridge and the narrow bridge to the east. Small alcove. Hard to tell if that goes through or not.
Gotcha. I asked the Harbinger to fly across and look closer at the skeleton and tell me if he has anything visibly shiny.
Yeah, so the Harbinger flies across, looks at it, and has a shiny rapier and chainmail that might be not necessarily shiny, but dark.
What is the carrying capacity of the Harbinger?
Like made of some kind of iron.
What's his airspeed velocity?
That's interesting. Okay. Thank you. And I feed him corn.
All right. So that's the view you get looking north. Across this chasm, you're looking at about 30 feet. You'd probably have to be able to jump 35 feet.
Okay.
You looking at the walls on the edge, it's hard to tell, but there might be handholds or footholds. It looks like it'd be a difficult climb if you wanted to, but you could do it.
You have to climb 200 feet down and then 200 feet up.
Yep.
I was saying this wall right here between the where the body is and the broken bridge. I was saying it looks like there's maybe some footholds that you could scale across it to get there. It'd be a pretty difficult check, you think, but it could be done.
Maybe pitons and rope, maybe?
Maybe. You don't see any there, but if you came back with some, maybe.
Okay. I think maybe we go to the east and see if we can get access to that bridge, unless people have better or other ideas or both.
All right. Real quick, I'm going to give Cinderspark a little description of what they see right here. So that southern passage there, you see a circle of stones, and it looks like their water is just like dripping from them and running to the center and pooling in the center of this area.
Interesting. That's weird.
Is it just coming out of the stones?
Are they secure into the ground, or can they be moved?
They're secure.
How secure?
You're gonna steal something that's nailed down?
It's not nailed down. It's a rock.
It looks like it's part of the.
Okay.
You're gonna have to build the whole cave.
I mean, I could just claim it. Then it's mine.
There's plenty of room for you to sit there.
It's true. I mean, okay. I just wanted to know what the hell was up with the stupid circle of stones, because it's weird. Is it draining someplace that you can see, or because it's not?
It doesn't look like. It looks like it's just pooling right in the middle.
But it's not. Like, how deep is it? Like, is it filling the entire cavern?
No. It's just like a small, like shallow, like you spilled maybe a bucket of water on the ground in a 5-foot square.
Should we be rolling nature or arcana or goblin lore?
My point is if there's continually water spilling out of the stones, then it has to be pooling, and then it has to be draining if it's not rising. You know what I mean? Just me? That's how fountains work?
It's just like coming out of the rocks, but the rocks look solid to you.
Uh-huh.
But like, if it
go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Away.
Okay, I shall roll yonder perception check. Does a 19.
19. You look at these. You kind of get close and inspect them, and you're very puzzled. Maybe like the groundwater is like there's maybe a spring underneath, and it's kind of coming up into the rocks, and just like maybe the rocks are a little bit soft, or the ground underneath them is soft, and it's just kind of dripping out.
I lick it.
Tastes like water.
Well, seems fine.
Okay.
So this path to the south, you can see about 60 feet, and it turns east and south.
Okay.
From there, also, you can see an eastern path that goes 40 feet in and goes south. Which way shall you go?
Well, it's probably intelligent not to step into the circle of stones.
It just feels like an obvious bad thing.
Is it magic?
Sure. Detect magic. You know, you can detect magic, too.
No, I didn't pick it as one of my spells.
You do not detect magic.
Fabulous.
I jump in the puddle.
You jump in the puddle. You get wet.
Great. All right. Let's keep crossing, because I'm obviously not in the Fey world anymore, so we're good.
All right. How do you guys move through there?
I just jumped in a fucking puddle, dude. I'm not sneaking anywhere.
I just walk through it.
All right. Everybody walks through there, and something happens. Stop moving.
Okay.
You were so close to picking up that trap. DC was 20.
Go on. Come on.
You could have given me a bonus for licking it first. I did lick it first. That should give you at least a +1.
As you walk through this, a deluge of water pours out and rushes down the path. And I need a fortitude save from everybody to maintain your balance.
A very important question, though. Does it trigger when I walk through it, or does it trigger when everybody's had finished walking through it?
It triggered as you guys entered into the area below it.
So
that's why I asked how you guys went through.
So it triggers on Cinderspark entering that area, not the rest of us? Or does it wait until Borm enter?
It waited until Borm entered.
Okay.
Thanks.
Such
You
a
want
smart
fort.
trap.
You want fort for this?
Okay.
Fort, yes. Not reflex, but fort. You are trying to stand against it.
Can we roll acrobatics?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Love it. I'm keeping it.
Okay. What do you guys roll? Cinderspark, I'll start with you.
I rolled 2. So it's an 8.
8, okay. Bob?
25 total.
Borm?
21 total.
Or Cog?
22.
22. All right. So 21, 22, 25 are successes. And you are slammed against the walls for 6 points of damage.
Fabulous.
And that's on a success.
That's on a success.
And then
Cinderspark,
Take me on the log flume. Let's go.
I knew that's what you were doing. You wanted to see, but you take max damage. You're taking 16 points of damage.
Love it.
You are knocked prone.
Woo!
And you are going to, you slide way, way down here, and the floor beneath you gives way.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and give me a reflex save to grab an edge.
Sure. 22.
22. You successfully grab the edge as you look down and you see spikes beneath you.
I love this. Okay, so I'm just going to hang out.
Is this difficult terrain? What's going on? Are we even in the same positions where we were when this trap triggered?
You guys are. Cinder Spark is the only one that is not.
Is the deluge continuing, or was it a one-shot?
It was a one-shot.
Okay, so can we just walk down this hallway now?
Yes.
Then let's move towards Cinder Spark.
I pull myself
Cinder
up.
Spark. Yeah, you'd be on the north side of that.
Ooh, are there actually corpses at the bottom?
Yes, there are.
Oh,
so
how far down is it?
as you look down and you see the spikes, you also see a pair of dead Darrows at the bottom.
Oh, fuck them.
Their bodies rotting and waterlogged. In addition, you see their axes and crossbows and bolts. Their bolts for their crossbows scattered about. You see vials, what you assume would be their poison.
How far down is it?
It is 20 foot deep.
Let's pull Cinder Spark up to his feet, their feet. So
Yeah, they said they climbed. Yeah.
Okay.
They
I
said
am.
they climbed up.
While that's happening, I'm casting Detect Magic just in case.
Why do we need to go down there?
Well, let's find out. Is there new magic?
You do detect magic down within 30 feet of you.
And that's why we need to go down there.
I don't think we do.
Okay. Well, Bob starts taking out rope because if there's one thing Bob knows is that dead people carry valuable stuff.
Yeah, these are dangling corpses. They have pockets.
Exactly. Wait.
Are they as yet dangling though?
I don't know. Did the waterlogging undangle them?
Surely not everybody was kung fu fighting.
So as you guys make your way here, you hear screeching down the hallway from you.
Yeah.
This way? Like down.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Initiative again?
they're in a dungeon.
What is that? What is that? Oh,
Why
I
would
know
you
what that
think
is.
there was only a single Wehrbhatzhwerfneblein?
What was that, Dimitri?
But on the plus side, now we have an opportunity to contract lycanthropy.
Ooh, and if we're bearbats, we can actually fly to that ledge.
See? This is probably
Oh my God.
they solve themselves.
Problem solving. Look at this.
So should I tell it to bite my ass because, that's soft?
Are we rolling for initiative?
Yes, we are going to roll for some initiative.
Classic cleric initiative there.
I do love that you literally rolled and knew that you had failed just so you could ride the deluge.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta let it happen.
All right, with initiative rolled, what does Borm have?
He has a 16.
16. What about Bob?
19.
19. What about Cinderspark?
24.
How about Vercog?
9.
9. Are you sure you're not a cleric?
Classic cleric.
Well, just because it's the right language, I have to say it. German for no.
It's Verfneblein.
It wouldn't be an episode without without that, right?
Well, no, it's only because of the Wehrbhatzhwerfneblein.
Well, with that, these things were a little slow to react.
By slow, you mean they go first.
Yes. Well, 2 of them go first.
Oh, there's multiples. How nice of them. How
Yeah,
delightful.
you can see one of them, but you heard multiple screeches. So
are they mad I ate their buddy?
I can see more than one.
I mean, I'd like to see less of them, but because they died. So can we get on with that? The dying of them?
the dead-end cavern smells faintly of refuse and wet fur. A crude fire pit sits in the center, and 3 bedrolls surround the fire. The only exit to the cavern is northwest up a muddy slope. Good job, Cinderspark.
Thank you.
You had to muddy the slope.
I did.
Creatures that you do see, you would assume probably are these werebats, and they look to be...
We're assuming that that's what they are.
Yeah. Look to be emaciated.
Oh no, it's a were creature with a conscience. It can't eat anybody.
Should I tell them that I ate some of their friend?
Yes, because then they'll focus on you.
And the first one just screeches out. He snarls and spits at you. You here to harm us?
No.
And
So are we out of combat now?
he looks to be waiting, also known as delaying. Another one. What do you see over there? And it moves. No, it's not going to move. It can see. I believe it can see for Cog there. Yeah. Sees a little bit. Intruder, what are you here for?
We were just exploring.
Cinderspark, how do you want to respond?
I slipped.
That is why you're here, yes.
I mean, we could go. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna turn around and start back up the slippery slope.
If you help us, we will give you reward.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
What kind of help are you looking for?
Well, whose turn is it to do anything?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So Cinderspark bails. Go ahead.
How far can Cinderspark bail? Is it regular terrain, difficult terrain?
These are the questions.
Right. Is there bailing?
That'll be
fine?
difficult terrain.
Okay.
Believe.
Doesn't require any check. It's just moving half speed. Okay. Well,
moving half speed on the mud.
I think 3 actions should be enough to get me back up to the top, and then trigger the trap again.
Make sure everybody falls in.
Well, Bob did want to go and check what's down there, but not like this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think 2 actions will get me back to the top. So, okay, now I know there's a trap, though, right? So, can I jump over it instead?
You get back up to it, and it looks like the water has stopped coming out of the rocks.
Oh, okay. So what could possibly go wrong? I just jump right in again.
Yeah, but you can use an action to jump across.
Yeah, I'll do so.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
And the last one you makes no noise. Bob.
Okay. We seek the Temple of Zar Azmak to stop a ritual to bring a demon to life. We wish to disrupt that. If you mean us no harm, we mean you no harm. We were looking for a way to cross the chasm. Do you want diplomacy?
You parlay with us?
You spoke to us, and we spoke back. Yes, that's how it works. Right, guys? This isn't exactly... this doesn't usually happen. Usually we get into a fight. Talking, yes, is preferable to fighting.
Give me diplomacy.
Oh, why are we rolling dice? No.
Yeah.
Sure, Bob won't piss people off.
Bob has a hero point now.
Yeah.
Bob is
Why?
counting.
Why, Bob?
Because Bob did not just roll a 2. Watch this.
Rolls are your worst enemy.
Come on! It rolled off of a 19 onto a 3. The total for this diplomacy check is 11.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else wants to talk to them? And I don't even know how long this takes.
Their honeyed words mean little.
Okay. Do I still have any actions?
Yeah.
Okay. How many actions do I have? 1, 2?
I'll say that took you an action.
Okay. Well, if they don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to them. That would be 20 feet. That would be another 20 feet because I'm moving at half speed. Bye. Fine, I'll fuck off.
As you head away, you don't want to help? Worm.
They just told me to piss off. I'm pissing off. What do you want from me?
He didn't actually tell you to piss off. He just said your words mean nothing, which, I mean, to be fair.
They actually do mean nothing, yes.
You fumbled over your words pretty badly.
Like water out of this trap.
All right, Borm, how would you like to handle this?
Borm's going to delay.
For Cog.
What kind of help would you like? What do you need?
Oh. The Darrow to the west.
Yes.
Eliminate them.
We kind of did that, actually.
They're already dead.
You did.
We did.
Can you prove yourself?
I mean, here's something I can tell you. Another one of your kind was imprisoned there, and we saw their body. We broke into the cage that they were in and checked their body.
And how were they harmed?
I don't believe we checked for cause of death. No, you did mention the beating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were beaten to death, like with a club.
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry for your loss.
You back out, and I will... Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
I'm not good at this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give you a +2.
Okay, I will give myself a +2 circ bonus to the cause. I'm awesome. +2. There we go. It's total of 12 even because I'm awesome.
And that's with the +2?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Back out.
Okay.
Back
Cool.
out.
See you in a bit.
You will check.
I mean, I have no reason to lie to you.
And as that happens, one
How are you
starts
going
flying.
that far? It's difficult terrain.
One,
I wasn't really thinking of it in terms of combat.
Because I couldn't get that.
So,
I'm going to go ahead and end the encounter.
Oh, okay, then.
Yeah. So one flies out. He's like
hey, buddy.
up along the ceiling, like eyeballing Borm as he flies over Borm first, waiting for a strike. Does Borm do anything?
No. Borm wanted his chance at diplomacy, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was totally just fucking.
Yeah. What do you think? I figured when you didn't want to talk, that you didn't want to talk.
No, so Borm actually was delaying to cover the presumptive retreat of Rakag. So
okay.
he'll keep an eye on him and slowly back away, but not like having sheathed his sword. He'll keep his hand near it, not trying to provoke it in any meaningful way.
And it flies over everybody, and it goes around the corner, and it flies down the hallway, kind of disappears around the corner.
Well, while it does that, Bob at least is going to go back to the stairwell.
Bob heads back to the stairwell. Cinder Sparks at the mouth of the cave there, and he comes back carrying the body of his friend.
Didn't we lock the door?
Nope.
Oh,
nope.
We were just talking about it then again.
Yep.
Kind of perches on a small ledge, and looks to be like concentrating. So the other bats make their way down the hall, and this, you were truthful.
Mm.
And he looks, kind of comes back around where he can see Vercog. This one, and he points to Vercog. This one's a friend of the Vehrbhatzhwerfneblein.
Thanks, buddy.
He brings the body back down to his buddies south of Vercog and Borm and says, wait here.
Well, thank you.
He flies off to the north. Cinderspark, you can see he goes north up to the cavern and goes left, west, and comes back with the rapier and that skeletal body with clad in chainmail.
It's cool.
All right.
Thank you.
You have saved us as they had trapped us down here. And as you can see, they were killing our kind and eating them.
Oh God, was that your friend? And I elbow Cinderspark, who is currently munching on jerky. Cinderspark.
He points to Vercog. This is for you.
I appreciate it. Have you heard any chanting or shouting around here besides from the Darrow?
No. You're looking for the humans?
Yes.
The problems began when the humans came.
I mean...
Generally true.
Yes.
Regardless of the situation and the ancestry, that seems to be a common thread for all of Golarion.
kind of also, like the Fire Nation.
Yep.
He points across. I don't know. I have not seen them go in there through that door. But I assume they have found another way.
Okay.
By the way, while we're here, would you mind if we checked out the corpses of the Darrow in the pit?
Dude.
Just, I mean, you don't care for them, so...
He flies down and grabs the bodies.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Do you know what is down that eastern passage next to which Cinderspark and Bob are currently standing?
This one. There's the... You follow that around, there's the lake.
Ooh, a lake?
The Black Lake.
Oh, we have met some frogmen who claim that they were from Black Lake.
They also
the
mentioned
Boggards. Yes, you've met Boggards. Yes, Boggards live by the lake.
I hide the pauldron.
You don't know. We could have gotten it through diplomacy. we could have. If Bob
We were trying, but then they got mad.
Watch out for their shitter.
Their what?
The place where they poops. The shitter.
Oh, yes.
You mean they have a bathroom?
Doesn't everybody?
Lots of shitters in this place. Do you need to use?
No, thanks.
No,
we
are currently well regulated.
We can just go in the chasm if need be.
I'm not sure I want to be hanging my butt over the edge.
Yeah, what if something comes up and bites?
That would be tragic.
But memorable.
Okay, well, it's been fun.
Thank you for your help. Do you have any backstory you'd like to share with us?
Any exposition?
I think we got a lot.
Apparently, I was told it was impolite to just tell NPCs to fuck off, so I'm asking you for your plot text now. In character, though, I will mention, like, do you live here by choice? Or were you chased out when the humans arrived?
We live in the caves. This particular cave, we were imprisoned, if you will. The Darrow were killing our kind and forced us in here. We are very hungry.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
We shall.
There are special glowing mushrooms in the
Darrow area.
in the cavern over there.
I am feeling we might feast on some meat.
Would
I
you?
see.
I can share some rations with them.
No.
What? Well, you don't want to share yours. Okay.
That's not.
We are going to take our revenge on the dead that you have left behind.
Feel free.
Yeah, I think we should probably leave before they start feasting.
Good call.
I mean, we could join them if you're hungry.
I am no longer ever going to be hungry.
So this body,
I'll try the leshy, by the way. Mwah. Magnifique.
magnifique.
Now that it's dead, yes. While it was alive, it just didn't agree with me.
There were a couple things that you guys got here. So the treasure from the pit.
Right. Something was magical in there.
So they brought you up a body. It had one of the body has a golden chain around its neck that has a mummified elf hand on it.
Okay.
Who's out of date?
And its fingers are kind of gnarled and like a rigor mortis, like they're stuck in that position.
The hand of Vecna, right? We got it. Uh-huh.
No,
This is the wrong game here.
Necklace of Vecna. It's the necklace that Vecna wears his severed hand on. Come on. Everybody knows that.
I assume, Burkog, you would...
Yeah, I'm casting Read Aura a couple of times.
Yeah, you read aura on this thing, and you pick up an aura on it.
Okay. I will be identifying magic. It is a secret roll at +2, please.
Let's see here. That is...
I think it's occultism, because that's our...
Yep, our tradition.
Yeah, this one is going to be a +2, you said?
Yes.
Right. This is a Hand of the Mage.
Shock. Amaze.
What does Hand of the Mage do?
That's a
Well,
question.
when attached to the mage, it casts spells.
It's like a rabbit's foot, but for mages.
Yes, when attached to the rabbit, it helps rabbit move.
It is 2 actions to activate. With the command and envision. It allows you to cast Telekinetic Hand.
Wow.
Okay.
If one of you wants that, it's also worth 30 gold pieces.
Does it take up a slot that somebody is using? Like
It is invested. There's not slots, but it is an investiture.
Okay. I mean, I think you told us that there's like a limit of 10,
10,
and
yeah.
we're nowhere near that. So anybody.
Right.
Yeah, I believe we have
Yeah.
a grand total of 0.
Yeah.
I have one thing.
All right. Who wants it? Where do we want it to go?
Put it on Bob if nobody else has the patience to actually pick up things telekinetically. Because Bob's been prestidigitating and throwing various things telekinetically already. So
Yeah,
an
that's
extra
right.
spell that does the same thing is always welcome.
That feels in flavor for you.
Right, now I can lift dishes without actually lifting a finger.
Yeah, I'm sure Orby won't have anything to say about you having a mummified hand around your neck.
It's sanitary, it's magic.
The armor and the rapier are normal.
So you cast a read aura on the rapier. I'm going to roll for you occultism. 2. You identify that unusual rapier as a +1 Fiend Bane rapier.
Nice.
What Bane?
Fiend?
Fiend Bane. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
You do not pick up any aura on the armor, but it is made of chain. And like I said, it is like a dark iron metal. Who wants the rapier?
Is this going to be another one of those, oh, I don't want to switch my weapon?
It's not a dog slicer.
Okay. Bob.
Okay, does anybody want to take the +1 cold iron light hammer, which has already proven its usefulness in combat against fiends?
Let me ask, is it a dog slicer?
You can throw the light hammer.
Is the hammer a martial weapon?
It is...
The light hammer is martial, yes.
Okay, can't use it.
The armor is going to be a craft check.
Okay, I can do that. Is that a you or me?
Go ahead and roll it.
23.
With a 23, you identify this as cold iron chainmail.
That's nice and useless.
Chain mail?
Yep.
Well, what does chain mail?
It is. It's flexible, noisy, medium armor, has a +4 AC bonus with a 1 dex modifier cap, has a -2 check penalty, and a -5 speed penalty.
How does that compare to Borm's armor?
Borm has a +5 with a 1 dex cap.
So it'd be essentially the same because with the it wouldn't. It's not a +1. So it would be one worse.
Does cold iron have any properties that make it useful as armor?
That's a great question.
Isn't it?
I looked real quick. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to grab it because I break off some chunks to throw in my pocket so I can create cold iron needle darts when it becomes useful.
Interesting. So cold iron armor.
Yeah.
Cold iron armor sickens certain creatures that touch it. A creature with weakness to cold iron, such as most demons and fae, that critically fails an unarmed attack against a creature in cold iron armor becomes sickened. A creature with weakness to cold iron is sickened 1 as long as it wears cold iron armor.
That's interesting.
So if a fiend claws at you and crit fails, then they get sickened.
You make them sick.
Right. But they'd have to crit fail an attack first.
Mm-hmm.
I am untrained in all armor, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
So all we have to do is, make them wear the armor.
Yeah.
Actually, what armor is Cinderspark wearing?
I'm wearing light armor, dude. I'm not wearing medium.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
Okay, like I said, I'm gonna break off some chunks of it so I can fire off some cold iron needle darts.
Okay. Just put it on your thing so that you have the cold iron.
Okay.
So you have one more path to go.
Or we can go back to town.
Or you can go back to town.
Well, I do want to mention that Bob is currently completely out of spell slots.
Okay, and we also have okay. So the Fiendbane thing, is that a property rune that can be transferred to another weapon if somebody would so choose?
Mm-hmm.
Another reason.
Fabulous.
Oh, you want to go back and you want to put that on the dog slicer
or the greatsword or whatever.
That's right. We got the greatsword back.
Yeah.
Whereas cold iron can't be transferred, so that cold iron light hammer in Bob's possession is probably better off staying in Bob's.
Okay. So you guys are going to make your way back up top.
I mean, Bob would be better at striking things with the Fiendbane rapier because it's finesse.
True.
Right.
Bob has more dex than strength.
I mean, you're more than welcome to keep it too if you want to start stabbing things.
Yeah, but I've had other things to do.
So those are multiple runes. There's a +1 rune.
Right, and
then there's the Fiendbane rune.
Right.
So it could still be a +1 rapier and transfer the Fiendbane. Or you could leave the Fiendbane on it and Bob could use it. Or you could still sell it for 135 gold pieces.
Well, we don't really have to decide right now, do we?
No.
Okay. I was going to suggest giving Borm the +1 cold iron light hammer as a backup weapon.
Borm can carry it, but he has like 4 backup weapons now. He's got
Got backups on backups.
a plus 1 warhammer. He also already has a cold iron warhammer specifically, rather than a light.
Oh, you do?
Cool.
We picked that up somewhere. Okay, then, all right. Bob's going to carry the Fiendbane rapier for now. And
Borm will have a fucking bag of hammers.
Borm is a walking Gormite armory.
We need a caddy. Yes, that looks like a fiend. Hand me the 9 iron.
Never know when you're going to need this tool. All right. So you guys make your way back up the stairs and start heading back out towards Elsie's. And we will find out what's going on at Elsie's next week. Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Flip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.